What is going on, guys? How is it going? Now, right here in front of your faces, we have the Amazing Spider-Man issue 11, Spider-Verse Part 3. And as you can see by the cover, it is going to kick off between Superior Spider-Man and 616 Spider-Man. Well, technically they're both 616, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so first, before we get into this comic, I actually want to announce the giveaway winner from the Amazing Spider-Man issue 10. And I actually asked you guys what you think is going to happen between Superior Spider-Man. What he's going to like. Do you think he's going to find out that Peter Parker is 616? Which he already does, but it's kind of a little bit complicated. So I randomly just chose a winner, and of course it's this winner on screen now, so congratulations to you. You are the winner of the Amazing Spider-Man issue 10 digital code giveaway. So I'll send you that code within 24 hours, but if you actually want to go to my Facebook page and private message me on there, that'll be a million times easier. And of course, guys, if you don't know, I actually previewed the first 3 pages of Amazing Spider-Man issue 11 2 weeks ago on my Facebook page. So if you haven't yet, then go and like my Facebook page by going to the link in the description, and you can get all the awesome previews on there early. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Congratulations to you who won. And of course, I actually want to announce a giveaway for this issue as well. Now, we do actually find out who the Skyon is in this. Well, is it Skyon or Skyon? I don't know. I'm going to call it the Skyon. We do find out who it is or what it is, and I actually want you guys to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. This is the giveaway question. What are your thoughts on the Skyon? What do you think its purpose is, or what their purpose is? And yeah, let me know at the end of the video, because obviously you won't understand the question until the end of the comic. So let me know in the comment section below, and I will pick a winner in the Amazing Spider-Man issue 12. Now, before we actually get into this issue, I want to announce that the next issue, so Amazing Spider-Man issue 12, releases after Christmas on January 7th. Oh, that is what the date is at the minute, but the Marvel website might have got it wrong, but usually it hasn't. But because of Christmas and stuff like that, I guess the release date's wrong a bit, but you know. So anyway, Amazing Spider-Man issue 12 releases January 7th, so burn that into your minds, and without further ado, let's get into this awesome issue. This issue kicks off in an awesome way, with Peter pretty much saying, "No, Superior Spider-Man, I'm in charge." And what's really interesting about this issue is not only the art and stuff like that, but look at that creepy smile from Superior Spider-Man. And again, going on back to the humorous side of things, Superior Spider-Man actually says something along the lines, "Take your best," and then Peter just punches him square in the face before he even finishes his sentence. And I like how the other Spider-Men just kind of spectate the fight, and they kind of put a little bit of a bet on of who will win the fight. But what's even more interesting is Superior Spider-Man actually thinks that the 616 Peter Parker is a younger version of Peter Parker, so he thinks that it's Peter Parker before Doc Ock took over his body. And of course, we know that it's actually Peter Parker after Doc Ock took over his body. So Peter uses this to his advantage and actually does like a pretend surrender, and then Superior Spider-Man kind of pauses for a second, and Peter just drop kicks him straight in the face, which is awesome. But then we go over to Khan, who has been gone for quite a while actually, and he's been going around into other universes fighting other Spider-Men and stuff like that in different universes, and it actually turns out that he still isn't allowed back to his home dimension, because in case you don't know, Khan is basically doomed to hunting other Spider-Men until he earns a place back in his own dimension, which is actually quite interesting. But then we go back over to Superior Spider-Man and the rest of the team, and I think this is just so awesome how now Superior Spider-Man and 616 Spider-Man have basically made a truce. They have kind of agreed to work together. Of course, they both have their own ideas, but now they've agreed to kind of talk it out between each other and work together. And what I absolutely love is that Superior Spider-Man is pretty much just another Spider-Man now. He's working together, he's kind of friends with the rest of the Spider-Men. He's not necessarily in charge anymore, and I think that's awesome. And I actually think that's why Superior Spider-Man gives Peter Parker his body back when he gets back to his own dimension, because he knows what 616 Peter Parker is like. He knows that he is a good Spider-Man to be a leader and all that stuff. But they actually make the decision to head out of this dimension because Peter doesn't actually want to trust Cosmic Spider-Man with absolutely every Spider-Man they've got, but that is also Miles Morales and Disney XD's Ultimate Spider-Man that is being told to team up, and they are actually featured in the Spider-Verse Team Up issue 2, which I will be reviewing tomorrow, by the way, guys. So if you want to see their story, then make sure you go over to that review. But they've basically gone to the 1960s universe, and in case you don't know what that is pretty much the very first Spider-Man cartoon. So you might have seen it. It's kind of very, very cartoony. It's not what it's like nowadays, but they've actually gone there to recruit this Spider-Man, and they are also traveling to other dimensions to recruit other Spider-Men. Now, as you can see there, they're in the background behind J. Jonah Jameson, and then we go back to Earth 13, which is kind of called the Safer Zone because Cosmic Spider-Man is there, and basically the rest of the Marlon crew come through. The Inheritors can't, well, actually I don't think Khan's there, but I think Genix is, and of course a new guy comes through called Solus, and he is the most powerful Inheritor that we have seen so far, but obviously Cosmic Spider-Man has the power of the gods. And in my opinion, this part of the comic is literally the most badass comic ever. From any comic, in my opinion, this is the most badass few pages that I've seen with Cosmic Spider-Man, basically just obliterating all of the Inheritors. But it turns out that, you know, like where we found out that the Inheritors have cloned themselves, it actually turns out that the Inheritors haven't cloned themselves, they just respawn. So, you know, like on a Call of Duty game or a Halo game, where when you die, you respawn? Yeah, that's basically what's happening with the Inheritors. And as you could see there on that previous page, that was actually Scarlet Spiders. So if you want to find out about that story, go and watch my review on Scarlet Spiders issue 1. The annotation will be at the end of this video. But this Solus Inheritor actually takes down Cosmic Spider-Man without a fight. It is absolutely incredible. But what is also really interesting is that even though Cosmic Spider-Man has the most powerful force in the universe, it actually turns out that he only has the most powerful force in his universe. And to be completely honest, I think this is probably the most emotional Spider-Man death so far in the Spider-Verse, just because of how surprised Cosmic Spider-Man is that he's been beaten. Ultimate power, ultimate responsibility, and he dies just before he manages to say it. But it is awesome. But we actually do find out who the Scion or the Scion is, and it's actually Benjamin Parker, Mayday Parker / Spider-Girl's little brother, or in other words, if you guys don't know who that is, it's actually Peter Parker's son. So yeah, that is pretty freaking awesome. I think Cosmic Spider-Man's death was probably one of the most impactful deaths so far in the Spider-Verse, in terms of just because you never expected him to die, but he kind of had like a high confidence about him, you know, like he certainly didn't expect to die, he certainly didn't expect his power to be overcome, but it wasn't in like an overconfident way, it was more like something that he's just learned throughout his time, and it was so shocking that he died. I didn't think he'd die like that. I thought that he maybe would have died by maybe a surprise attack on him. But the way Cosmic Spider-Man flew up into the air when the Inheritors first appeared, it was like he was a god. And that is just insanely incredible. Especially because Superior Spider-Man and 616 Spider-Man are working together. Superior Spider-Man is actually being really sensible, which I actually like. I think I actually like Superior Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse now. Like, I'm a huge fan of Superior Spider-Man already, but he was kind of being a little bit of an idiot in the Spider-Verse, to be honest. But it's actually really interesting. I can't wait to see how it folds out. But one thing that I do want to reveal is that apparently in the Amazing Spider-Man issue 14, which releases in late January or early February, if I remember correctly, he actually has a surprise trick up his sleeve. That is what the synopsis is for issue 14, that he has a trick up his sleeve, which sounds like that he's not going to leave, not without a fight, but he's not going to leave without doing something to make sure that his legacy continues, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. It was absolutely phenomenal. The emotional impact and the art in general, especially the front cover, was just incredible. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Don't forget about the giveaway question, and of course don't forget to go to my Facebook page, because I actually previewed some Amazing Spider-Man issue 11 pages, and of course that will be happening for the future comics as well. And of course don't forget to hit the like button on this video, Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video.